Hey guys, it's Danny. Today I'm going to show you how I assembled and put together my new Rudsta IKEA cabinet. Now some people will call this, together with the Milsbo and Diethoff, the IKEA greenhouse cabinet. And this is because, well, you can actually have yourself a little humidity chamber from these cabinets and look stylish as well. Look, my humidifier turned on. And well, I kind of did that too here, but I really didn't go through extreme lengths. You'll see how I put it together, but overall it does keep quite a humid environment for my humidity loving plants here. And you can see currently I have a few things here that absolutely love this cabinet. These are mostly pretty expensive and also not pet safe plants. Reason why I do actually like to grow them under glass so that my birds don't get to them. So I personally do find these IKEA cabinets very, very useful in homes which have pets, small children, and you'd like to kind of hide away some of these plants due to whatever reason. Anyway, let's just get to the assembly, and towards the ending, we're just gonna talk a little bit more about this cabinet. Alright, so the Rudsta cabinet comes in two packages, which are pretty heavy, so you will need some help if you pick them up from IKEA. And of course inside we have the very easy to follow IKEA manual. So first off, it is suggested that you use a carpet or something soft when assembling this cabinet. I'm not gonna do so, but there is a chance you can scratch the metal bars. The side of the cabinet is already assembled, and now we're gonna have to attach the four main metal bars, which are all different between them. So the number one metal bar has one single hole. It is the only one with one single hole. Bar number 2 has two holes opposite of each other, and one of the holes is not centered. So we're gonna start with both of these, making sure that the upper holes are towards the inside of the cabinet. We're gonna attach them using the black screws and the makeshift screwdriver that IKEA provides, which will turn out to be a pain in the derriere if I do say so myself. Then we continue with the third and the fourth bar. The third bar has two holes opposite of each other. One of them is way further up than the other. And bar number 4 is really easy. It has a little indentation. It is the only one with such an indentation. So I don't think you're gonna have any issues identifying each of the bars and where they need to be placed. Again, we're screwing them in with that pain in the behind of a screwdriver. I need to buy myself a screwdriver with a hexagon head. Then we're gonna mount the other side of the cabinet, which is again pre-assembled. We just need to attach it to what we assembled so far. We're gonna use again the black screws on the bottom and on the top. And you can see here how much I enjoyed this screwdriver. Next, we need to locate the legs of the Rudsta cabinet, which are adjustable. They're practically screws with a plastic cap. Attach them to the bottom of the shelf, but don't screw them in way too tight because you might need to adjust them. Next comes the base or bottom tray of the Rudsta cabinet, which has a middle reinforcement bar. Up until now, all of the materials were located in the first box. This one is located in the second box. This is what you're looking for. Now, do you see those little notches on one side of the tray? Yeah, that will be the front of the cabinet, but right now they need to be placed away from you, so practically on the right side of the construction so far. I personally chose to drill a hole in the base of the cabinet, and for this I employed my fiance, who together with a circular saw managed to drill a hole. And let me tell you, it wasn't as easy as you'd think. And look at that, I also have a scratch, but it's easily fixable with some matte spray paint. For now though, I resorted to a black marker because I'm not going to the store. I also find a cap or cover that would suit the size of the hole. This is typically used in desks. This is where you would feed the cables through. Let's continue our assembly. We need to find two little stoppers that will actually stop the doors of the cabinet, and these are located in the red bag. We need to feed them through those little indentations I told you about at the beginning. And again, we're gonna attach them using the black screws. And would you look at that? Time to flip the entire shelf, and it's already looking pretty neat. Next up, we need to locate these little plastic notches. I'm gonna call them like that. They're not screws, they don't screw in, but they will serve as holders for the lateral sides of the cabinet and also for the doors. You'll see what I mean. 6 of them go on the bottom tray, and 4 of them go in these shorter bars, which you can find in the first box. These bars will come on top of the cabinet, stabilizing the lateral glass panels. Now here's where IKEA suggests to get a friend to help us, but if we don't have any friends around, don't worry, it's not that hard to install this by yourself. Basically, the lateral glass panel needs to slide into those little notches we installed earlier. Also, be very careful that you position the panel correctly. Make sure those nubs face inward, not outward. So as you can see, installing the panels is super easy, but oh no, the panel will fall. We need a friend. Nope, we just need a chair. On top of the panel comes the short bar, which stabilizes the panel in place. And here you have it again at normal speed, just so you see how everything comes together. And we'll further stabilize the bars using some silver screws this time, so not the black ones we used up until now. The other side was even easier because I knew what I had to do, so I didn't need the chair, I just needed the small bar close. Next up, here is the back of the cabinet, which is made up of 3 metal panels. We need to locate the first 2 bottom panels, and for this we're looking for the one that doesn't have kind of rounded edges. This is not the one we're looking for. This is the last panel. It comes on top. Now, you'll see that the panels have a sort of cushion on one of the sides that needs to face inward and not outward. This is where the glass shelves will lie. You'll see further on in the video. So we need to make sure that the cushiony part is always facing upright. We're gonna attach the panel using the black screws. On top of this panel comes the second panel, which is identical and needs to be installed in the very same way. And by the way, if one of the corners just protrudes and seems like it doesn't want to fit, loosen the above screw just a little bit and try to press on the entire panel. The pre-made holes actually have a little bit of wiggle room, so you'll be able to properly adjust it. At the end, just tighten both of the screws and you're done. Next up comes the top panel, the one with the slightly rounded edges, which again gets attached with the black screws. Time to turn around the cabinet to make it face us. So far, we've worked with the cabinet facing away from us. Now come the doors, and this is a little bit of a tricky business. The door handle obviously needs to be on the outside and needs to be further up. Get handy these types of screws that don't seem to have a head to them, because once you slide in the door, you cannot let it go and a chair will not help you. So these are the screws you need, have them handy, and also locate the tinier, very annoying screwdriver. The door has a little bump just like the lateral panels, which rests in that little black plastic notch. As you're holding the door, you need to screw that weird looking screw on top all the way through the metal bar until you see it coming from the other side. When it starts to come out, position the door and continue to screw it so it actually makes contact with the door. Here's a close-up of how everything comes together. Now on the top we have one more metal tray, which looks very similar to the bottom one. When you install this one, make sure it's positioned a little closer to you because it has a bit of a sliding motion. So you have to position it closer to you, then slide it back a little bit and then press it down in the back until it falls in place. And then screw it in using the black screws yet again. This is how it should look like on the inside. If your cabinet seems to not close properly or one of the doors seems to be higher than the other one, it might be that you have an uneven floor, case in which you need to adjust the legs of the cabinet. Now this cabinet can actually be attached to a wall. I personally won't do that, so we'll skip this step. And the next thing I need to do is insert the little, let's call them plastic inserts, upon which the glass shelf rests. So on the inside of the shelf, next to the doors, you will find some indentations or cutouts in the metal bars. This is where those little plastic feet or wrists come in. They don't screw in, you just put them in, press them down, and that's all you need to do. You should find 4 of them. Next, here are some rubber feet to protect the glass. And guess what, you guys? We are done. Time to put in the glass shelves, and hey presto, we have a beautiful Rudsta cabinet. Ta-da! But wait, we're not done yet. It needs light. So for this cabinet, I'm gonna use my trusty Barina grow lights as usual. I like to make a combination between the pink and the yellow ones, just like all of my other cabinets. I purchased them from Amazon. You can find them linked down below in the description if you're interested. First, you need to make sure that the glass is super clean, otherwise the double adhesive will not stick to it. I'm gonna use 4 Barina lights for the lower shelf, which I chose to leave without the glass shelf in between, practically giving me more space for taller plants. And I'm gonna be using 2 Barina grow lights on the very top for the tinier shelf I created. Here I am taking some measures with the daisy chain cable to see where exactly I need to position the LED tubes. I'm gonna be using this gummy double adhesive tape, which I tried recently with some other lights, and I'm very pleased. It seems to work very well as long as the glass is super clean. So I'm gonna apply 2 pieces of double adhesive on each tube. And I'm also going to connect the cables just so I have a better idea of where I need to position them. One thing that is super annoying about this gummy double adhesive tape is that it takes so long to remove that red plastic tape, but we have to do it. In reality, this took the longest. So here are the 4 Barinas installed. The power cable fits very well through the hole that we just created, as well as the plug. Now let's install the 2 Barinas on top of the shelf, and we're just gonna do things exactly in the same way. On top, I installed a yellow and a pink Barina. Let's plug them in and see if they work. Ta-da! They look beautiful. I love this combination. It makes everything that is red, pink, or orange just pop. A little bit of cable management could be better, but I'm not very talented at it. And here we are. Here's some plans for context, just so you see how everything looks like. I'm so happy with this cabinet. I like it better than the Millsbow, and it's half the price. And here we are. I actually assembled this about 2 weeks ago, and I could not be happier with it. I also added a humidifier here, as you can see. This is the Elec Homes humidifier. I don't have a review on this one yet, but I do have a review on the other very popular humidifier. I'll put it on the screen. I forget the name. I personally don't use that humidifier. As you will see in the review, it's bottom feeling. And that doesn't go well with my very sensitive back and skin. I swear, each year I have another sensitive thing. So yeah, this one is top filling and it's just so much better. Other than that, they're very similar products. So really a review on this product will sound exactly the same as the other one, just that it's top filling. But I will have to say that if you're thinking of having an IKEA greenhouse cabinet, I would actually go for this humidifier more than the other one, because the humidity sensor on the Elec Homes is on the sides, most likely, and it actually can maintain a proper humidity level in this space if you want to use it as a greenhouse. Whereas the other humidifier, which, oh my goodness, I cannot remember the name, I'll put it on the screen. The sensor is in the back, and in the back, as you can see, you have the wall of the cabinet, which makes humidity reading very, very hard. So the other humidifier did not work at all in the Rudsta cabinet. The sensor always thought it was very, very humid, although it wasn't. So I would definitely recommend you to use the Elec Homes humidifier if you don't have a humidifier which you already like. But these two are the most popular humidifiers, so you're probably more likely to get one of these guys. Yeah, don't go for the other one, go for this one or a different brand that has the sensor on the sides. Try not to go with a humidifier with a back sensor, because it's just not gonna work. Those humidifiers are made to be outside and away from walls. Okay, so other than that, I didn't improve my cabinet way too much. I might. I really do like the fact that the back of the cabinet is metal, so I can easily attach magnets of sorts. So I can come up with some ideas. What did I just do? Oh no. Very good quality, isn't it? I think the batteries moved inside. Anyway, so yeah, I'm thinking I can do something really cute using magnets. We'll see about that. So far I don't really have time, but this works out pretty great and keeps my lovely little birds out of the way of these non-pet safe plants. I'm just noticing that the cable in the back, oh no, well, it used to be like this. Well, these double adhesive tapes are not super great for cables, but yeah, it used to be like that, which looks a lot tidier, right? Anyway, overall, very happy with the Rudsta cabinet. I didn't weather it. I prefer to have ventilation inside naturally because I do have a lot of air movement in my room. Some people like to use fans. That's great. I don't need one, but if you need one, I think you can find a way to insert some cables and some wires through those holes that the Rudsta comes with. As you saw, I made my own holes for the Barinas and the humidifier, which is absolutely fantastic. And yeah, that is about it. I do plan on using this cabinet also for very sickly orchids. Maybe the high humidity will help them out. I don't know, we'll see the difference. So far, as you guys know, I do rehab my orchids just outside in the plant room, and that works just fine, but orchids are pretty tough in comparison to these guys. So yeah, I think it's a pretty functional piece of furniture, and I hope this video helped you out. Stay tuned for more IKEA assembly stuff because I have another cabinet that I need to assemble. And with that said, thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me today. Subscribe to my channel for more orchid videos, tutorials, experiments, updates, and other fun orchid subjects. If you wish to support the channel, do consider becoming a member or visit the merch store linked down below in the description. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. It's always nice to stay in touch there as well. And with that said, I'll see you next time. Bye!